Hey, if you're watching this video, that means we've been in contact you wanted to learn more about Dynamic Dental Ascension, which is our mastermind coaching group for practice owners looking to scale their businesses, whether it's reducing chair time, adding associates, just grow overall revenue and reduce overhead. And this is an overview of what the program looks like. So let's get into it. So why did dentists join what we call DDA, Dynamic Dental Ascension? The goal is to go from clinician to CEO. You know, a lot of us are stuck in the management, the day-to-day management of the practice. We're answering questions from team members between patients and just running. And it's very, it can be very stressful. So we want to help you escape the day-to-day grind of management and empower other people in the practice to take on that stuff that kind of bogs you down. So you get to become a dentist to help people, not get stuck in managing the business between patients. What I find is after dental school, a lot of us focus on refining our clinical skills. And, once we get to a point where we're happy with our speed and our clinical abilities and being able to take care of patients, we start looking for next, and usually that's in practice ownership. Well, with practice ownership, we get to the point where it's like, wow, now I'm an owner. What's next after this? And what's next after this is optimizing the practice to fulfill your lifestyle and not just having a job where you're the owner of the job. So that's where Dynamic Dental Ascension comes in. So there's 3 phases towards the path to freedom, as I would say, as a practice owner. You have the clinical phase, which I just referenced, where you're investing in the skills to become a great clinician, provide very high level of care. The second phase is the entrepreneurial phase. Maybe you've taken on practice ownership, but you're juggling patients, kind of running the business on the fly. You don't have any CEO time. The practice doesn't really make money when you're not there. But where we want to take people in Dynamic Dental Ascension, and the goal of a lot of the members in our group is to get to this aspirational phase where they've built an ideal dental business that supports their life. So it usually results in less clinical time, higher income, more freedom. There's real leadership in the practice, and there's a team that can run the day-to-day. So our goal is to, and we've achieved this with a lot of members, is a lot of people have doubled their revenue, reduced their overhead, increased their personal take-home, decreased their clinical days, and they've created a practice that's working and cash flowing even when they're not there. Right now, you might feel stuck where you have to be the one spinning the handpiece. You're relying on your clinical income. When you take vacation, you have to give the whole team the week off and sometimes even pay them for that. So there's another way, and that's what we train, and we have a systemized approach to help you get to the practice of your dreams. So here's some case studies. This is a couple that did a startup. They had 0 associates when they opened. They were working 4 days a week clinical. Staff retention and recruiting initially was a concern. Now, the retention, the ability to find new team members because they've applied the systems, because they have a great reputation, is no big deal for them. So they experienced growth from $125,000 a month to $210,000 a month in 2024. They saw an increase in new patients from 75 to 93 a month, and they rated their leadership confidence on it as a 9 out of 10 after a year of coaching with us. Here's another doctor, another startup, 65% overhead at the time when he started. He was really busy clinical, like 4 days a week. There was a lot of stress with scaling and leading and burnout. This guy ramped up fast. Dr. Andre, he's now taken his practice and doubled the revenue like others have, more new patients, and there is more confidence in retention of the team, stability, and the leaders that he's built around him. Here's another doc, same thing. When we met him, he was in a different building actually, 20 new patients a month. was trying to add an associate. So guided him through a relocation. He's getting 60 or more new patients a month now. Has an associate, is looking to add a second associate and go from 4 to 5 days a week when he started with us down to 2 days a week clinical, and without any drop in his personal take-home. In fact, his personal take-home has increased significantly. Okay, so what's the journey? The DDA journey, phase 1 is the foundation for growth. So we get you on a blueprint call. This is where we review your personal and professional aspirations to create a roadmap that feels good to you. And then you immediately fold into our ongoing support, which is one-on-one coaching calls that we will get on individually and help guide you through your specific situation. There are weekly calls with the group. These are our mastermind meetings on Zoom, so it's convenient. You can do it from home. You could do it from the office, whatever's easy, but we're meeting once a week with specific trainings that have helped doctors double their practice and create the results in those case studies that I described. We also have live events, and you will be assigned a client success coordinator that helps guide you through prior materials that we have at your fingertips to help implement systems, understand overhead, KPIs, all the things that will help you run a great practice. Phase 2, we start developing your team members for you and their CEO development. So let us train your team members. We have a monthly call with team leads from the practices in our group. We're providing them training tools. So we've built the trainings where they could take them. They're 90% done. You just take the last 10% is really customizing it to your practice. So they'll customize that, and then they have it right there ready to go, whether it's phone training, combating cancellations in the practice, the new patient experience, the flow, revenue cycle management. We're also getting into our 12-week leadership training, which is helping develop other leaders. So we're literally meeting with the team and helping develop them into leaders in your practice so that all the leadership doesn't fall back on you, because that just doesn't work. It's too stressful. Everybody comes right to you to answer questions. We're empowering them to be able to answer the requests for raises, the people that call in sick when they ask about treatment for themselves or their family members, all the really annoying questions that we get as practice owners that can be delegated. And so we're trying to get off your plate the things that are the most frustrating, whatever that might be. And then we're showing them specifically how to create an operations and systemization manual so that when you bring on new team members, there's a specific onboarding process that makes it real easy to bring on new team members. And all this stuff actually leads to better retention of your team members. And then for you, the owner, we want to help you ascend into CEO of the practice. So understanding the numbers more. And we have a video vault with over 150 hours of videos now. That sounds overwhelming. We're not expecting you to watch all that. But if you came to me and said, hey, I'm looking to add an associate, or I added an associate before and it was super stressful and I feel like I did it all wrong, I didn't really have a good approach, then we would get your client success coordinator to say, hey, here, watch these 2 videos before you go hiring an associate. And now you watch those videos, you're going to have step-by-step the exact process to hit it out of the park with your next associate. And finally, refine and implement. So with Dr. Cody Bowles, he's an expert when it comes to marketing. He's going to go over your marketing strategy and look at each dollar you're spending on marketing and determine the ROI on that. And so through this analysis, you're going to determine if you want to continue to put the marketing dollars towards those efforts, or if you want to maybe shift some dollars around or try something new. He's got some amazing ideas when it comes to marketing. Everyone in our group is seeing more new patients by working with us. We are not a marketing company, but we are dentists that have used different marketing companies and know what works, know what doesn't, and we know how to hold your marketing company accountable. So we'll give you those tools and skills. So this is our unique process. We have 3 phases towards your success, as we just showed you. Lay the foundation. Let's get a little deeper into the foundation. What does that mean? So that means the blueprint call, the personal and business goal alignment. We go through a strategic action plan you can see here, where we dive in and get real specific about the goals for your life and your practice, and a co-created roadmap with our coaching team. This isn't cookie cutter. This is customized to your goals, your dreams, and your practice. Again, ongoing support with the one-on-one calls. We're getting on one-on-one calls once a month with you. We are doing weekly group calls with you with specific trainings. You have the client success coordinator helping guide you through the program so you don't feel lost, and so you also feel like you're getting as much value as possible out of the program. And then we're meeting up once or twice a year, live in person. The impact through those live events, the momentum you'll get when you go back to the office the next week from that is powerful. You know, at the end of the day, 99% of the problems we're facing in our dental offices are not unique to us. So we've identified all those common problems and we have solutions for it. And you could go and try to figure out the solutions on your own, or you could allow us to help full time for you. People that have been there, people have struggled through these things and found really good, simple approaches to creating the results, great results for the practice, and just with less stress. So the beauty of a group like this is when you look at the other members and you're meeting with them on these weekly calls, with us guiding those calls, we notice that we've either all had the same problem, so we can help each other solve it, or we've had this issue in the past, and so somebody brings up an issue on a call that they're having. We are then reminded of this issue we had in the past, and we're hearing solutions so we're better prepared to solve that when it comes to us in the future, because we know these problems in the dental practice are cyclical. We solve them, 6 months later, it's like, wait, didn't we already solve this? Why is this problem coming up again? So as a group, when those things are in your awareness, you're prepared, and anything that's thrown at you as an owner, you're going to be ready to handle. And then if you're listening to somebody talk about a problem in their practice and you're like, well, I've never seen that before, it's probably because you just haven't seen it yet, so it hasn't, but it may be coming for you in the future. So now you're aware of it, so when you see the problem start to pop up in the practice, say it's like hygienists and assistants not getting along, and we go through a specific scenario and we give a specific approach of how to overcome that, you start noticing a rift between hygienists and assistants. You're like, I already know the answer. I saw this in the group. Tim Ferriss calls this fire training, basically learning from others' mistakes so that you're more prepared to solve them when, or not just mistakes, but trials and tribulations, and you can learn from somebody else's and be ready to go if you faced a similar problem. Phase 2, team and CEO support. So we have the monthly live team training. We're going to train your leaders for you. We have a 12-week leader program that when I implemented this, it was the trajectory moment that changed everything for the future for me as a practice owner, changed it all for the better. I had people in the practice could handle all the day-to-day stuff that I didn't want to deal with anymore. And through this, we also have front office training, which I would really call like the foundational systems in the office that are the backbone of the practice. For example, combating cancellations and things like that. So we have a system, and I will tell you, I go through this training with my team 2 to 3 times a year. Actually, I don't. Our team, our office manager or front office lead will remind the team of it, because you'll see over time, you'll put a system in place, and then the team will start to stray from the system slowly. Then all of a sudden we see the cancellation rate go up, and we're like, what the heck? And all we have to do is go grab that cancellation training, remind them of the system, get them back on track, and what do you know? The next month the cancellations have decreased. Associate onboarding, hiring, and calibration. We're very good with helping people identify, hire, onboard, and associates that can produce 80 to 100,000 a month. So that's what we want for you, if that's your goal. You don't want to bring on an associate that's costing you money, producing $40,000 to $50,000 a month, wasting the new patient opportunities, and just kind of babysitting the practice. You want an associate that makes a good living for themselves, but also that results in extra income for you as well. We teach you how to leverage your hygiene team more as well. So this is about leveraging the producers in the practice. Again, I talked about the video vault. So as a value to you, all of the prior trainings are recorded. We're happy to review any of them with you. We'll give you any system we have that's easy to deploy in your own practice. Some of the popular trainings we've done, something we call the mega lifestyle practice. The lifestyle practice is this thing that became popular on podcasts. It was like, oh, I work 3 days a week. I make X amount of money. I take these vacations per year. The problem with that is the practice isn't scaled to the point where it runs when you're not there. So you take a vacation and you're not making money during that time. With the mega lifestyle practice style, it's going from you, the only doctor, to 3 doctors. So one, the practice is running and making money while you're on vacation or doing, whatever, spending time with your family, whatever it is that moves you. But also, if you did lose one associate, you're not back in the chair 100% doing now double the clinical. You have some redundancies, so it gives you time to find a replacement and not have to dive back into the chair, because that can be very stressful when it's just you and one other associate and you lose that associate, because it can take some time to find the right associate. These are some other popular trainings we have done. The 12-week leadership program for you and your leads, sustainable leadership strategies, the 4 growth phases of every dental business, becoming the community pillar from a marketing standpoint, and recruiting and onboarding a world-class team. So let us help you get systematized. We have resources that are done for you. You're going to get all the manuals that I've built for each position in the dental office, and you're going to know exactly how to use and implement those. Here are those manuals. We have the dental office manager position manual, the dental financial coordinator position manual, which really is like the insurance coordinator or revenue cycle manager, all the insurance stuff that in systems to make sure you're collecting, preventing embezzlement, all the important things. The dental assistant, the complete dental assistant manual, and we also have the hygiene manual coming out next, and we have an associate manual as well. We'll provide you with authority marketing resources, so if you're into cosmetic dentistry and want to get more of those cases, we have a magazine and a book that you can white label, change it to your own color scheme, logo, your own pictures, and edit, put in any procedures that you want in there, or just take it as we have it and deploy it to save you a lot of time and help create some marketing strategies around being the authority in your community for cosmetic dentistry or sleep dentistry or all on X. Again, the marketing ROI tracker, this is the spreadsheet that Cody will go with you to figure out exactly what marketing strategies are working and which aren't, and make sure you're not overspending, or in some cases you got to spend more money on marketing. Depends on your new patient goals. KPIs, benchmarks for your practice, and that includes our scorecard with custom practice analytics, which is state-of-the-art scorecard that helps us know where your overhead is, where you're spending too much money, where you can afford to spend more money if you desire. And so this makes sure that you have this helps us make sure and pull different levers to help your profitability and your personal take-home. Phase 3 is implementation. So we're going to take all this stuff, and the goal is you'll be at the aspirational phase. Just as an example, we have several doctors now that have been with us for a little while now, and the proof is in the pudding. This stuff is working. These doctors have grown their practices double or more in revenue, double or more personal take-home. They've reduced their clinical days if that's what they've desired. They've seen their overhead go down. They're way more profitable. But most importantly, they feel more at peace, not being caught up like they're on the hamster wheel managing the day-to-day in the practice. They have other people doing that for them. So here's your coaching team: Dr. Tom Reed, myself, Dr. Chris Green, and Dr. Cody Bowles. And if you're ready to take the next steps, let's get on either a call, or if we've already spoken, great. But come on in. Let's see what it's all about. In the right hands, there's no doubt this stuff that we're teaching works. If you're still on the fence, but you want to learn more, go ahead and take the survey on our website at dynamicdentalascension.com. We'll reach out to you, and we could share anything else that you're interested in, answer any questions that you might have. So thank you. Look forward to hearing from you.